This is John Biedenstein with Correct Capital Wealth Management. I've got with me today
Alexia Keel.
Alexia is our only relationship manager on the 401k side. So
The best.
the best. We're here to serve you. We're here for another capital conversations discussion, and this one is to talk about our recent 401k participant survey. So we have done now 3 surveys. I will tell you, I've been in the 401k business or this field for a very long time, and I don't know of any other firm other than the Correct Capital that's done 3 of these. We've turned it into an annual affair that we provide to our clients, and the HR, the CFO, the influential manager who's dealing with the plan finds it interesting to see what a participant's perspective is in regards to their plan and help managing it. So Alexia and I are going to go through the first 3 today.
Great.
And the first one, again, participant responses this year was they felt that they, number one, did more with less. Now, as you remember, last year was a difficult time, especially end of 2022 when we were experiencing almost 8% inflation rates. Yeah. So participants decided, well, I want to try to maybe maintain my standard of living, but maybe I want to cut back on a few things. So they tried to spend a little bit less and maybe maintain their retirement savings or maintain their debt payment scheduling or those type of things. So I think it's an interesting response that people, actually took action to try to fix something that maybe it wasn't a problem yet because everybody kind of controls their spending. What do you think, Alexia?
I agree. I mean, we all have gone to the grocery store recently, correct? And just everything is costing more. And I was not at all surprised that was the number one answer.
So, again, with the tough economic times, people seem to understand it and took corrective action on their own. The second item was kind of Secure Act, and this is one of Alexia's specialties, keeping up with tax legislation and 401k legislation.
Absolutely, and by popular demand, and I was kind of surprised it was the second most popular answer, and that was offering a match with Roth dollars instead of pre-tax dollars, and that is coming up in 2024. So the only issue there may be at this point is record keepers that are ready to be able to offer this benefit. I'm not surprised. The reason, obviously, is taxes and inflation and everything else. People are really paying more attention to their taxation once they do retire.
Well, I think it also has a factor is that participants love Roth contributions. So they love the ability of making contributions that if they set it aside, leave it alone for 5 years or leave it alone until they retire, it's a tax-free bucket. So those tax-free buckets, people just get a better handle on, okay, if I would have to withdraw this, I don't need to pay taxes on it. So I think it's a huge strategy that's helpful for everybody.
Absolutely.
And then the third most popular item we had was
Lean on Me.
Not the song you think about, but it was really, the question was folks that need help. We as financial advisors that work with 401k participants, we offer in a number of different vehicles, whether it's our online broadcast or online communication or whether it's in-person communication, we're always offering for folks the ability to talk to someone to help them in regards to their accounts, their retirement plan accounts. Oftentimes it's going to lead to talking about other things. But on the retirement plan account and actually making your investment decisions, we've seen more people actually look at that and make changes on that. What's your thoughts there about things that would be concerning people over the last year when they said they actually looked up and tried to get some help in the investment side?
I just think it can be overly confusing. Just choosing investments, figuring out how much you need to save for retirement. So, I mean, this was I'm glad to see that individuals are taking a more proactive approach, or would like to take more of a proactive approach when planning for their future.
So candidly, what we see here is a lot of participants by default end up in what's called a target date fund. So you have certain instances where an individual might say, well, I'm not comfortable with that target date allocation. Maybe I want to be more aggressive, or maybe over the last year, in the end of 2022, when they saw, loss and saw declines in their account in both the fixed income and the equity side. So that was a more difficult thing to deal with, and they might have thought, well, maybe I should put my money in these things called stable value funds or guaranteed contracts. They might have been the right place then, again, to save you from taking that investment loss, but it's simply a paper loss. And folks that stuck with the strategy in 2023, you're seeing, fixed income funds have done better, equity funds have done better. So some of that's coming back. But you do have some folks that just like stable value, guaranteed income, and maybe I should try to stick with that. What's your thoughts there?
I mean, exactly. That's exactly it. And it's not always the best idea, but it is an option in most plans.
So, but again, what we provide within our menu is folks can, do it yourself in regards to choosing your own funds. A lot of plans we include model portfolios. So that's within the record keeping system. You can go and choose your own allocation based on some parameters we've built for you. But it's all really for the participants' help. So the survey that we have is accessible to you on correctcap.com under 401k services. You look for it and you can get a copy of it. So
thank you.
Alexia, it's been my pleasure to do this with you today.
My pleasure.
So thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me.
We'll see you on our next Capital Conversations.
The opinions expressed in this program are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security. It is only intended to provide education about the financial industry. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult your financial advisor prior to investing. As always, please remember, investing involves risk and possible loss of principal capital. Please seek advice from a licensed professional. Correct Capital Wealth Management is a registered investment advisor. Advisory services are only offered to clients or prospective clients where Correct Capital Wealth Management and its representatives are properly licensed or exempt from licensure. No advice may be rendered by Correct Capital Wealth Management unless a client service agreement is in place.